Hello, I'm Dr. Wendy Rowley of the Wonder of Human Design YouTube channel and a new playlist series on how to create peace on earth. And I know it's bigger than that. How to assist in the creation of peace on earth. How to assist in the creation of peace on earth, because we create together. We are all one. Okay, let's see what Eliane has to say. I think we're in our second to last. Here we go. Oh, good day to you, dearest beings of light. It is Eliane of Cosmic Service, a Palladian Mother of Sound. Peace be with you, peace be with you, and peace be with you. We came in a different way for some readers and clairvoyants to see us standing behind her. We are appearing kind of as a white luminous being because we are in our spirit body on purpose. We showed her once long ago that in the blackness of non-manifested space, before form, to other beings, you just look like black space. So we taught her how to pop her light fibers forward. And that's what we just did. We kind of look like that energy at the periphery of the planet that we described in other parts of this two-part series video. In an example of praying and creating in a group, if you remember that. So we came forward to do that because there are some healers and shamans here trying to figure out, wait a minute, one minute she's this way, the next minute she's that way. I see that, I don't see that. So we decided to do that so that others could see us and to have a sense of what is going on here. We will then go up and disappear so they can see that. Because they're going to learn something in that. Okay. That's what happens when you create as for the group, for the greater good of all. You're sending out little pieces of information for all sorts of people for inspiration. Okay. So what we would like to talk about today is different than anything we brought forward yet. So we're going to ask this one to do a very good job of getting out of the way to prepare for that. And let's have a little sip of water. All right. So in the combined energy of your spirit body that does the creating and changing, it is called universal life and the divine feminine energy. And the divine feminine energy is often known to be the heart field, and the universal life is often known to be the creational force of the spirit body. But we're going to give you a different perspective today. We're going to ask you to consider that the universal life is a particular set of instructions, and the divine feminine is another particular set of instructions. And that it is the alignment, as HeartMath knows, in the heart field that allows the creating and the healing and the evolution to go forward. And that divine feminine of the heart field, in alignment for the greater good of all, and in alignment with the creative source through divine intelligence, allows particular sets of codes to come in that then stimulate the codes that are to come for universal life. And that those codes come from a different source than the heart field. Where do those codes come from? So if the creator and your soul, well, the creator, through your soul, through your heart field, has the codes that instigate everything and start things and create change, where do those codes that actually allow that change to go on at the life level, to say it simply, where do those come from? If they're not in your heart field. Are they coming through your consciousness? Are they coming through divine intelligence? Are they coming through an ability to connect to the earth in a particular way? Are they coming to all of us? Do they come through all of us? Are they part of the healing paradigm? Do they come at night when our body innate is repairing our physical body at the spirit body level, overlaying the physical body in that membrane there before the endocrine glands where that work is done? Is it there? We would like a new understanding of life. What if life is part of the creative source? What if life is a gift of the Creator? And what if life is something you learn to work with the more lifetimes you've had on the earth? And what if life is connected into the creational levels of all of those three consciousnesses that we have mentioned that you plug into when you come into the planet? Earth, Gaia, the Christ consciousness force of healing and evolution, Gaia consciousness, Christ evolution and healing force consciousness, and divine intelligence consciousness. What if universal life actually comes from those three consciousnesses? And the ability for it to flow is because the codes from the heart, from the Creator, divine intelligence, out in the greater field, stimulated those consciousnesses in the greater field and allowed the universal life to flow in with its codes based on what was being done. And we're bringing this information forward now because there are some particular people working on something who are about to discover this, but they already have a feeling of understanding. They think they know what it is. So therefore, we can tell them, you're right. So that is for them. For all of you, the idea is that the universal life has the codes that open up the spirit-body membrane to allow group healing and group evolution to go forward. So to tie it back into group creating, and if you can get large groups, you can heal something instantly and take it off the human consciousness grid. Is it possible that you can take off disease? Is it possible that you can wipe out ancient memory of plagues and not manifest them? Is it possible that you can affect the health of the human body? Is it possible you can affect the consciousness of the human body and the consciousness of the Akash? Is it possible you can affect the consciousness through the Christ healing spirit body? An interesting thought. An interesting thought. So maybe universal life does more than change the spirit body. Maybe universal life can change a whole lot of things as you continue to evolve. Maybe universal life is part of the soul group, higher self, spirit body that you all create through in the three places we have mentioned throughout the last two series that it is in: the human consciousness grid, the soul creational grid, and the greater field where you first plug into the planet and you're near perfect. Is it possible that you all, before you came to the planet, knew exactly what was going to happen here? You did. Even to the degree of what you're going through now. How can that be? Is it possible that these three consciousnesses also apply to a solar system, a universe, a galaxy, and that next bigger creation beyond galaxies that you haven't discovered yet? Is it possible that these things are all getting upgraded through universes, that big thing, universes, galaxies, and solar systems? And therefore, yours on your planet are getting upgraded. Is it possible this is the work going on now because of some of these solar flares? Is it possible that through the divine intelligence that people describe as coming in through your central spiritual sun, for lack of a better word, because the sun is the most ancient symbol representing the Creator on Earth. It goes back way, 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 way back, because it gives life to the plants and la, la, la. It's a good metaphor. Is it possible that that sun you have is getting upgraded? What an interesting thought. Science has only viewed suns as being very bright and then dying out. But they've never considered that a sun can have an evolution and increase. They've only thought suns die out. There's a few who thought it was possible both ways, But because of the science, they accepted that the suns are bright and they die out. But they have different degrees of brightness based on their color. And therefore, that gives them some window of understanding where a sun is in its evolution. What if that was wrong? What if the sun's evolution comes from, that you see with physical eyes, is actually happening at a spiritual level of the sun? And what if the color coding is not correct? And what if you had a new lens that looked out into space and saw something different? And you would see something different with your sun. And you would get a whole new level of a science based on solar science. And that's coming. And that's coming in this one's lifetime. And we just wanted you all to know that. So, these last couple ones have been kind of sciencey, haven't they? And they've been kind of filled with some hints, haven't they? And they've also been filled with some very specific hints for some people. And they have been. And they've also had some general information for all of you. But we'd like to say one more sciencey thing for one scientist in particular. Has it ever occurred to you that your role in what you're doing is not to do what you thought it was, but was to do something completely different? And they know who they are because they're contemplating the same thing right now. And that's what we wished you to know this day, and that you are dearly loved and to expect benevolence in all you do when we bid you adieu. Peace be with you.